In today's Daily Health, we all know exercise is good for your muscles, right? But when's the last time you exercised a very specific group of them?
Here are some other sitting tips to optimize your pelvic floor health. First, uncross your legs. Crossing your legs can actually tense your inner thigh muscles and contribute to pelvic floor muscle tension.
Oh, clearly that's one tip we needed. And just one tip from our next guest who actually wrote the book on pelvic health. It's called Floored, A Woman's Guide to Pelvic Floor Health at Every Age and Stage. And it's out today.
Joining us now, Sara Reardon. She is also a board-certified pelvic floor physical therapist. I'm going to do this on camera. Uncross the legs. So can we just start basic? What is the pelvic floor?
The pelvic floor is a group of muscles that attach to your pelvis. They attach to the pubic bone in the front, tailbone in the back, and side to side, and all genders have them. We often think this is only a female issue or body part, but it's all genders.
Too. And we know 1 in 4 women over the age of 20 are going to experience some negative pelvic floor symptoms. But what does that look like? How does it manifest?
So the pelvic floor muscles are responsible for everything from bowel and bladder health, sexual function, childbirth, even core support and breathing. And so if you're experiencing something along the lines of urinary or bowel leakage, pelvic pain or painful intercourse, discomfort, pelvic heaviness or pressure, these are all signs that your pelvic floor is not working optimally.
So I know because I had a couple of kids, right? And people talk about strengthening the pelvic floor when you're going through childbirth. Can you tell us about those exercises and are they really important?
The narrative for pelvic floor health has always been do your Kegels, but unfortunately Kegels are only strengthening and many women need relaxation. So some people need strengthening if there's weakness, but if you have tension or tightness in the muscles, you need relaxation. So it really depends what your pelvic floor issue is as to what pathway to take.
Interesting.
Really fascinating. And I imagine some people might be shy about even bringing some of these issues up to their doctor. What do you recommend saying?
I think the first thing that I really aim to achieve with the book Floored is to normalize conversations about pelvic floor health, because if we don't understand this part of our body, we don't even know where to go to for help. The first thing is just ask the questions to your doctor. This is what I'm experiencing. Ask for a referral to pelvic floor therapy. But there's also online options, telehealth, and now a book available so people can start getting this information themselves.
When you say therapy, you're talking physical therapy, like exercises. This is what you do, right?
Yeah. I am a physical therapist, and physical therapists specialize in muscles, and I specialize in the pelvic floor muscles of the body.
Can things get better with time?
No, unfortunately, they often don't. This isn't something that's just going to get better. Muscles don't get stronger on their own or, relax on their own. So really working with a specialist or using the tips and tools in the book will help you get the progress that you're looking for.
I have fibroids that kind of put pelvic health on my radar. Are there specific disorders or symptoms that make some people more prone?
When you experience something like fibroids, we don't think about the other physical effects like pelvic floor tension, maybe difficulty emptying your bowels or bladder, or pelvic pain. That would be a situation where you want to work more on relaxation, like yoga poses and breathing, at uncrossing our legs to help relax those pelvic floor muscles.
Why are we uncrossing our legs? Like, why is that better?
Because this posture creates tension in your pelvic floor. And what we want is a nice, relaxed pelvic floor, one that can contract but also relax. And things we do all throughout the day, like squeezing our tush or crossing our legs or even holding our breath, can affect our pelvic floor tension.
Interesting.
Super fascinating. Just briefly, what do you wish more women knew about pelvic health?
First, I think people don't even realize they have a pelvic floor. So that's step one. The second is that these issues are common, but they're not normal and they're very treatable. So 1 in 4 women experience them, 1 in 2 as we age, but they're very treatable.
Love that. And you're giving us solutions.
I learned a lot. Sara Reardon, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We got a lot more news ahead.
You're watching NBC News Daily.